So real quick, we put Brandon LaFell on injury reserve. Unfortunately, hurt his Achilles. It's a big loss for us. We activated, or I should say, we signed Keon Hatcher, who was on the Packers practice squad, a former Raider who had a pretty good preseason. We're happy to have him back, and I'll be happy to answer any questions I can.
Someone who wasn't here in the spring, he wasn't here in camp, but he knew this offense, or came to know it very quickly. What did you see from him in his time here, just to be professional, step in at the Z spot after Amari was traded, and just be a mentor to some of these younger guys?
Yeah, he was good. He was a good player. You know, he beat Patrick Peterson on a touchdown pass yesterday, went up and got a huge third down conversion, touchdown against the Colts. He did a lot of things for us. He played multiple positions, and we're going to miss him. He's going to be a hard guy to replace.
John, after a win, is it a different Monday, different feeling for you?
It's just been a tough year. You know, it's been a tough year for a lot of reasons. But it's a great locker room yesterday. You know, these guys played hard. Really proud of the effort, the enthusiasm, the togetherness of our team. And I know we're not where we want to be, but, you know, the attitude and the effort and the camaraderie is a big part of establishing a program, and for that I'm really proud.
You played in very competitive games, but can that win add to that, add to the enthusiasm, add to what people, sometimes do you need that victory to kind of keep people?
Yeah, I think so. I think if you've seen us practice, I know it's not open to the public. You know, we've had a lot of good practices, and guys have been putting forth tremendous effort. They've been preparing hard, and winning is a great motivator. It's a great cure, and it also builds momentum. But we're missing a lot of players. Our injury list is unfortunate, but hopefully we get Cedric Ellis back on the practice field this week, and hopefully Jordy Nelson can get back as well.
What did you think of the play, the two rookie receivers?
I thought Marcel did some good things. He handled some audibles. I think Derek early in the game audibled, went to him on a quick screen. He handled that part of it well, changing of plays. He made some very good blocks, even on the Seth Roberts play that set up the field goal. And then he had the big catch. So I was really pleased with Aitman. It wasn't too big for him. You know, he was confident. He was under control. He was calm. And he made some plays. And Saeed did the right thing for the most part. He had a couple assignment errors, but you know, he got his first action in some critical moments, and I thought he handled himself pretty well.
To have two rookie receivers and two rookie tackles on that last drive and be able to move the ball down the field the way you guys – how challenging is it to have four rookies out there at a time like that when we haven't really been in that situation too much?
Yeah, it's tough. It was credit to them, credit to Derek, credit to the assistant coaches, and Paul Gunther's been doing it all year. He's had three rookies on the defensive line. He's had a rookie middle linebacker, and then when we kicked the field goal, we had a rookie snapper, a rookie holder, and a rookie kicker. So it was the day of the rookies yesterday. Happy for them.
You guys obviously have a lot of turnover at kicker this season. Do you feel like with Carlson you might have found a little bit of stability?
We hope so. We like Carlson coming out of Auburn. A lot of people did. He just got off to a rocky start like a lot of kickers do in Minnesota. He's been good for us. You know, he's got a big leg. He can kick off. He can get us touchbacks. He's a long-range field goal, and yesterday he proved to be a clutch field goal kicker. So I think that could really help jumpstart his career because he's a very talented young kicker.
Why do you think that a lot of kickers get off to a slow start?
Well, the goalposts are tighter. You know, the goalposts are tighter, and you know, you need to gain some confidence. You know, sometimes you miss a couple, and I went through it with Janikowski my first year here. You know, Joe Neddy went to training camp and out-kicked him every day. Then we kept Janikowski. He missed a couple kicks, and people thought we should have kept Nedney. But I'm glad we kept Janikowski.
Is there a prognosis on Martin?
I think he'll be okay. Yeah, I think he'll be okay. We distributed the ball pretty good yesterday. We got three good backs. We've been saying that. DeAndre's healthy. I'm happy to get him in the game. He deserves to play. We're going to try to get him on the field more. But all three backs had 10 or more carries and ran the ball, I thought, with some authority. And I was pleased with that.
How much was Colton Miller impacted physically, and like, are we ever going to see that guy be able to play 100% healthy through a game?
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right. I think he's, battling Chandler Jones over there. Chandler Jones is one of the best defensive ends in football. Brandon Parker had his best game of the year. He was very good for us. He's going to have some moments, not just because he's not 100%. He's going to have some moments over there because of the guys he's dealing with. But he is improving, and hopefully he gets healthier and healthier as the season unfolds.
What does that say about Colton, John, that he's not 100% obviously he's playing on one leg, one arm at times too, but he's still out there competing?
Yeah, it says a lot about him, really. I mean, it's one thing to go out there and play hurt. It's another thing to go out there and play winning football when you're hurt. And not many guys can do that, not many young guys especially. But that's why we made him our first-round pick. He's got really good inner strength, mental toughness. He's a tough guy, and he's showing it right now.
What have you seen from Carl Joseph over the last couple of games with his extended?
Yeah, he gives us some more speed, I think, at the safety position. He's got very good striking ability. He's a good tackler in close-range situations, and I think he's improving. I think he's learning this defense. He's been able to practice, and I think he's starting to recognize plays and smell plays out, and he usually arrives in a pretty bad mentality. He's a tough guy. We need a physical presence at or near the line of scrimmage, and I think he can help us do that.
Now, you spoke about the Carr Gruden quote debate. Most people don't realize that this is a major part of pro football, and that guys are always talking and yelling at each other, and but TV picks it up, and all of a sudden becomes a big focus. Find that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a no yelling sign on the sideline. Things happen, we get excited down there. I get excited when we get a first down. Get excited when you work on something all week and it doesn't work out. I get excited when he makes big plays too. But that's just part of football. I think, the cameras can catch some things sometimes that, maybe things look a little bit peculiar, but what can I say? That happens.
John, are there some quarterbacks you can bark at more than others, or is it not your concern to worry about who can take it and who can't?
I'm a big cheerleader sometimes. I think, I'm very, very, very positive a lot of the times, and every once in a while I think, you have to make your points in some different ways. Sometimes raising your voice is, might look ridiculous to some people, but I want urgency. I want to have some urgency to get things right, and it doesn't mean I'm always right either. Derek pointed that out to me yesterday, so be it.
With wanting to work DeAndre in a little bit more, is that something where you would just absorb some of the touches that have been going to Martin and Richard, or how do you get him more involved?
Well, Marshawn was here and running really good for us, and then Marshawn went away, and Doug Martin's been doing really good things, and Richard might be the MVP of our team. He really has done well. So if you've seen us carefully, we haven't had a whole lot of snaps in some of these games, so it's hard to get equal distribution of the ball to too many runners. But yesterday, I think we ran the ball almost 40 times. We stuck with it, and we had success, and we were able to get DeAndre, into circulation, and hopefully that leads to bigger things for him. Yeah, we did. Yes, there were some good two-back runs with Keith Smith as the fullback. I thought good old-fashioned runs. We even used David Sharp as a eligible receiver at tight end to get in some jumbo packages. That helped us a little bit. I thought we ran the ball in a no-huddle offense out of a single-back set pretty good at times also. And all three backs can catch the ball, and they all three can pick up the blitz. So Jamal Singleton done a good job with our backs.
Those 2 punts inside 4 minutes, how did you feel about Johnny Townsend and just the coverage on those to kind of set up field position?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I thought he had some good punts yesterday, and field position was much better for us. Starting point one of the best of the year for sure.
You mentioned Lee. He plays with some personality, some
Lee
toughness to him. Yeah.
Smith.
Yeah. Well, when you see him be on offense or special teams, what strikes you?
That's a good way to put Lee Smith. Personality. He loves to play. You know, he gives our team a lot of behind the scenes energy and confidence. I think he's a tough guy, old school ball player, and you know, it's good to have guys like that, throwback players on your team.
Getting back to Carr for a second, how would you say he's responded to criticism, constructive or otherwise, since you've been working with him here?
Criticism from you or me? Or all of us?
We never criticize him.
Oh. Nah, he's been good. You know, a lot of my criticism is constructive criticism. You know, I think, you know, he has the ability, I tell him, to complete every pass he throws. And I mean that. I mean, he's got that kind of arm talent. And I'm gonna continue to raise the standards for him. And I thought he threw a fly ball yesterday to Jalen Richard. I thought it landed out of the end zone. I let him know about it. He was out of bounds. I just think he's got as good an arm talent as there is, and I want to try to hold him to those standards. And I think deep down somewhere he appreciates that. And as we continue to get better around him with our pass protection, if we can ever get some continuity at wide receiver, it'd be nice. You know, I think he's got a chance to really be special.
Sort of resilient, as you've seen from him. I mean, he's been sacked more times than anyone in this building would like to see him be sacked, and the weapons that he's had haven't been as planned. You know, 2 rookies are making their infield debut in that 2-minute drill. He finds a way to get the team in position. Overall, what have you made of how he's weathered some of the obstacles?
Well, he's done well. I think that's what every great quarterback has to do in this league. I think if you look at Drew Brees, you know, I don't know how many receivers have come and gone through New Orleans. Aaron Rodgers has gone through it. You know, they all go. Tom Brady goes through it. You know, these guys go through it. He's got to deal with it. That's what comes with being, you know, a CEO-type quarterback. And I thought he's handled it extremely well. And, you know, that's a credit to him.
Towards the end of the game when Jalen kind of limped off, was that just exhaustion from running
Probably.
so many routes and all the things you were asking him to do yesterday?
Probably was. You know, he had to return punts, and then he had to go get his peanut snacker bars upstairs after the game too. He did it all for us. He got the concessions. He's a hell of a player. He's a great competitor, and you know, he has really come on as an every down back, not just the third down back. There's not much he can't do for us.
You talked with your brother about how the injury bug has kind of hit both of you this year.
Yeah. My brother, he lost his quarterback. Alex Smith's a great guy. I wish him the best. And I don't know any of the linemen playing out there. Crowder, Thompson, Richardson, they're all out. So my mom and dad have gotten to know both the rosters completely this year.
Do you anticipate Jordy Nelson coming back to practice?
I think he's got a chance. You know, I visited with Jordy a little bit last night on the airplane, and I thought he ran pretty good this morning. He's got a chance. It's important to him. I think he wants to come back and play, no doubt, and he's getting close to do that. Can't update anything on Martavis yet.
Oftentimes, guys that are out don't travel, but Jordy was there. Is that just to talk to the young guys and be there and be a sounding board, that kind of thing?
I asked Jordy. I asked him if he wanted to stay in Oakland and get extra treatment. He said, heck no, I want to come to the game. And, you know, it's just that kind of attitude that we need right now on this team, a veteran presence, being with the receivers, being with Derek on the sideline. It's a good group of guys, and he's at the head of the list. He's a really special person to give himself to the team like he has.
You've obviously seen Jalen Richard play before, but were there things that you learned about him more since you started?
Yeah, I mean, he's a mean guy, tough guy when the game starts, hard to tackle. He's a Charlie Garner type back, and reminds me a lot of Garner. If you guys all remember him, he's a guy that I think someday could run for 1,000 yards and catch 1,000 yards worth of passes. He's a guy we can line up in the slot. We can line him up out wide, and he might not be the biggest back, but he plays big, and he's very quick and decisive, and he's got great vision.
It was a pretty eventful game for Dwayne Harris. He had respiratory issues, whatever it was, early, and then he ran to a camera on the sideline. How did he come out of yesterday?
He's pretty good, I think. Yeah. He had some tough moments, but he's a tough guy too. I like him.
Two more guys?
You gave a game ball to Frosty Rucker, and just judging from the clip, you looked like you were pretty happy to do that. Like, what do you think he's meant for this team this year?
Well, it's a real young defensive line. You know, it's a very young defensive line, and he's an ex-Arizona Cardinal, by the way, highly regarded Cardinal. The people there loved him, and I know that meant a lot to him going back to Arizona and winning. But he's been our hardest worker. He's been our most, I think, valuable veteran presence on defense. I think he's really given our team something, and I wanted to reward him yesterday with not only a good performance, but just thanking him for his everyday leadership and hard work presence.